And we are live.
Our live sippings have been catching a lot of traffic.
They will. So we are live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram by the miracle of modern technology.
Yeah, I just got a notification that said that we're live on Instagram.
Hot dog, it worked. I tested it the other night. I guess it was yesterday or Friday, and I'd kept like the video off and everything, and I was playing with it. And Kendra's like, "Did you mean to just do 3 minutes of the no video logo?" I was like, "Yeah, because if you see that, that means it's working."
Mm-hmm.
So.
I haven't had Stag Jr. in a hot minute, buddy.
Once, and it was delightful.
No, brown sugar and caramel.
Brown sugar, caramel. I, inspired by our tasting the other weekend, pulled one off my shelf. Good old Heaven Hill bottled and bond.
Can't believe I'm drinking a Buffalo Trace product.
Been
a while.
I think because I have all of them, sometime this year I will do a Mash Bill 1 obtainable shootout and go benchmark Buffalo Trace, E.H. Taylor, and Eagle Rare. Proof's a little wonky across those, but
I remember my buddy and I we did a tasting. I think it's still on Facebook, but we did a tasting of Buffalo Trace's White Dog, Buffalo Trace, and then Stag Jr.
Gotcha. Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, turned out pretty good. Camp City Dew is live now. They're competing with us. We're trying to drink,
Kendra's live downstairs too. Looks like we got some viewers. Just a note, if you're watching us on Facebook and YouTube, you can interact with us through the comments. We can chat back and forth that way. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to respond to Instagram comments from here. But I'm trying to work around that. So if you send us something on Instagram while you're watching us, just bear with us, and we'll get back to you.
Tell us what you're drinking when you're on there.
Yeah.
Hear my muddled accent that's just kind of rolling off in the twangs.
So,
been up the mountains for a couple of days.
This one really surprised me out of that lineup we did, because it doesn't smell like what I think Heaven Hill bottled and bond would smell like. It certainly didn't taste like it.
I actually was kind of try to use a less damning adjective. I don't know. It was calm. I think it was more tamer than its predecessor.
Maybe a little more refined.
Yeah, there we go.
It's grown up a little bit.
Yeah, better way to put it.
And God dang, for $30 more, I'd expect it to.
Yeah, refined. And to think that's close to the same as retail as McKenna.
Now, yeah. I get now, drinking it again with a little more thought. Like, I get a nice, like, it's like there's a ball of caramel like mid palate that just like rolls over everything, kind of as the flavor develops. It's really good. And yeah, $44? That sucks, but it's not.
I mean, let's be honest. I'm only pissed off because I was taking advantage of something that should have happened a while ago.
A long time ago. Yeah.
You know, let's be honest. 7 years for a bottled and bond
At $44.
that's about what it is.
Well, yeah, because up until what was it last summer, McKenna was still highway robbery at 35.
Yep.
So catching up with the times, but no, this is good. I highly recommend this. If you're looking for a good, and it's I think I mentioned it in the episode that we'll have airing soon, but it's gotten to where I see it more often. Like stores get it with their like Heaven Hill allocated drop, but then it stays on the shelf. It's hot, ain't it?
Ooh. Mm. Yeah. I'll wake up your esophagus there.
Little kick in the ribs to start you off.
I know it's high proof, but it bothers me that I don't know what proof it is.
Hey, it's
I know it's at least 130.
It is what it is. Yeah, I'm too dumb to know where comments are going to show up for Instagram, so I'll just keep an eye out for them. Yeah, that was. I think Stag Junior was the first like high proof one I had, and it was completely by accident. We were at the local whiskey and barbecue restaurant, and I'd ordered it, and I was like, "Hey," they had George T. Stagg and Stag Junior, and it came out, and I was like, "This doesn't taste like as old enough to be George T. Stagg." So I asked her, I was like, "They pour it from the tall skinny bottle or the short squatty bottle?" And she said, "Short squatty bottle." And I was like, "This is amazing." It was like candy. And I asked them if I could buy the rest of the bottle, and they were like, "No, you can't."
That's an Eric Simpson move.
Yeah, I was like, will y'all sell me like the rest of that bottle, or like if y'all got a full one in back, like I'll pay for it. You know, I'm willing to shell out something for it. And she went and asked the bartender. The bartender was like, "There's no way." Probably because that little third of a bottle they had left was all they had.
There was no way.
There was no way.
131. I looked up the laser code on this, so it's 131.1 proof.
That's respectable. How old is Stag Junior usually? 6?
I believe it's right at 6.
I'd heard that, but you know,
give or take.
I hear a lot of things, mainly from you, and you know, some of them aren't true or the most true.
Most is true. Others is inflated,
conflated,
confounded.
You got my bottle and bond shelf. It looks pretty good. It doesn't look as good as my my fanboy shelf though.
I saw our Total Wine has the Dickel 15. I want to go give it a go.
Give it a go. It's good.
I love that stuff. That stuff was like I said, it was like Armagnac and mineral water.
Hold on, you drank it. I don't think I've yet to try it. The 15-year-old bottled in bond was good, which is why I have such a hard time buying this year's bottled in bond. I mean, I know a 4-year jump in age would definitely change the flavor of some, I think. But to pay the same price for a 11 as you would a 15.
Eric, you're getting some of my syndrome there.
I mean, there's a reason I don't have it. Like this time last year, I probably would have it.
We're gonna take away the Elijah Craig Big Red 12 that we charged $30 for, and we're gonna rebrand it and make it a non-age stated 8 to 12-year small batch and charge the same.
Actually, what I need to do, I have an 8-year-old Slingle barrel. Put that up against the small batch. Because I'm guessing that's what they're doing now is a blend of 8 to 12.
I want to. I'm in a sample group. I want to get a. I'll get us like a sample of the Big Red 12, and we'll do a single barrel pick, the regular small batch, and then the Big Red 12.
Because I've got a single barrel 12 too.
Oh, there you go. Oh, let's do that one.
So here,
fuck it.
So here's the thing, like, okay, you can't devote as much 12-year stock to it as you could at one time or another. That's neither here nor there. Folks want to see an age statement though.
Well, I think the problem ended up being was that when they had the 12, like, because originally the problem, and I think this is legit versus them, him hawing, because they did him haw about some random stuff, but the fire is what affected their 12-year stock.
Gotcha.
For that, and which makes sense. I get that.
Well, yeah, because 12 years after would have been right when they removed that age statement.
Right. Where I have an issue, or not an issue, but I get what they're doing is their 12-year stock that they were using was also the bottom of the thing for that, because they were using way older stuff in those Big Red 12s.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure they lost a chunk of it, and so they could have done a 12-year stock, but it would have been 12. And that's not what the profile was.
Right. So you completely changed the profile then.
I think they opted just for complete redo, and just went after a different market with the Big Red 12.
Or I'd have been fine with an 8-year age statement and keep it like it is, a blend of 8, 10, and 8 to 12 year. Because it's not a. And again, I haven't had the Big Red 12, and I'd be anxious to put the small batch, the current small batch against the 12, but it's a good flavor profile. But then you can't. I don't think you can, in good conscience, charge $30 for an 8-year age stated product.
Totally random. Did I tell you? That I was supposed to stay in the Hampton Inn in Tifton, but it was like $80 more expensive than normal, and I had no idea why. I ended up staying with a friend, but they were telling me Bruce Willis was in Tifton filming a movie.
Oh,
it's the third one he's filmed in Tifton.
Can't be that good.
It's gotta be like Die Hard 20 or something.
Die Too Hard to.
Yes.
Die Hard Tokyo Drift.
Yeah. Die More. Die Worse. Dichotomy.
Dead or Harder.
Left-handed cappuccino.
Oh my God. When we're not streaming on the air, I've got something I need to send to you that you'll along those lines.
Is it a right-handed cappuccino?
No, it's not.
Pour you a little bit of that Dickel Slangle.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Just a skosh. I want to see your reaction. I was very surprised about that. Like how syrupy that was, and how I could.
Pardon.
It's all right. We lost everybody on here. They gave up on
us.
us.
I don't know that that's necessarily accurate though.
What, the viewers?
The count?
Oh.
I mean, because at the end of the day, we have a lot. Anyways, I mean, hell, we ain't doing this for y'all. We're doing this for us. The hell with y'all. The hell with y'all. You can fend for yourselves. Do your own whiskey show. I mean, don't.
Sunday.
So did you try that 11-year while you were here?
Yeah, I tried. Yeah, It was nuttier.
And
That's what I said. It was nuttier. Jesus Christ.
good God, man. I'm not talking about getting blind drunk. So this is the George Dickel 15-year single barrel.
I think we need to get
Aged
that
at
thing.
least 15 years.
I think we need to get that review or do a review on that because there's not many people on the tubes with that.
We do. Well, you got a sample and Sloan's got a sample. Richard, if you're out there, we haven't forgotten about you. It's just when I went down to Eric's, I forgot the damn bottles of Dickel.
I forgot your damn sunglasses.
That's fine. I got others. Okay. 101.2. 50 point. Yeah, 101.2. You know, both Eric and I had a Georgia public education, so math's a little hard for us. All right. This is a live taste. I've never had this, so you guys are in for a treat. This is a live tasting.
Yum, 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 yum.
Let that breathe a little bit. Because it's like straight ethanol right now.
Sharpie.
Straight ethanol and oak. Dickel is my go-to.
Hey, all right, Ethan Sweet. Ethan Sweet went to high school with me. And he actually, Mr. Sweet was in the Cub Scouts with me all the way until till the end of the Cub Scouts there. Good friend of the family, good people. Yeah, we're doing a Dickel taste off down the road.
A Dickel off.
Yeah, a dick off. Me off, Jack.
It's a little, still a little spicy, still a little hot. It's oily though.
You get that? You still get the mineral?
I haven't tasted it yet.
Okay.
I'm wanting to let it breathe properly to get a good noozing on it.
Hey, Sweet, do you which Dickel do you drink? The 8, the 12, or like the rye, or which one do you like the most?
I wonder what their rye tastes like.
It's MGP.
Oh,
but
so dill.
It's MGP that's been charcoal mellowed.
So maybe not dill. So it's MGP, but still Lincoln County.
Yep.
That's intense. You know, my opinions of MGP have waxed and waned, you know, throughout our whiskey ship. But with those two Nulus we reviewed, I've got a lot of respect for. I mean, that's some good juice that was like artfully picked.
They get a bad rap, and when Mike Schmidt was on, whenever I was like first getting into it, oh yeah, there you go. He's talking about like the white. They have a white dog.
12.
The number 12 and the white dog. That's what he likes.
Nice.
Anyway, yes, but he was saying about the he didn't care for MGP because MGP was like, he was thinking in a beer world type of deal, where MGP was the build a bourbon warehouse, and they were putting all these little places out of business. Quite the opposite.
Keep putting a lot of them in business.
Putting them in business, you know, while they make their own stuff, and I think they have a perfect place in in the whiskey community. So Ethan, what we're talking about, a lot of bourbons that are on the shelf. You may not know many of them, but there's a giant distillery in Indiana called MGP is the acronym. Basically, they have all kinds of whiskey stocks just sitting there and aging from many different recipes, and a lot of these startup distilleries, we call them non-distilling producers. They'll go to MGP and say, "Hey, we want to buy 12 barrels of so and so mash bill," and then they'll sign a thing saying that they're not going to say that they come from Indiana, which we can kind of peg on the labels where they come from. But anyway, they can't actually say they come from MGP by their little label there, and vice versa. MGP can't say who they deal with. But for companies that can't make their own stuff, they have to wait 2 to 4 years for their product to age. This is a way for them to buy stuff, straight off the still, or buy it, already aged, and then for them to sell it without, it's a way for them to make a little money without having to make like a vodka or a gin or something like that to keep the lights on.
So that was my question. There's folks that will buy MGP distillate,
yeah,
and possibly 1 or 2 distillates and mix them. Okay, I thought so, but I get like tobacco, like toasted nuts, in addition to the usual brown sugar, vanilla, caramel. So
you should write that tell-all phrase in this. In addition to the brown. I've singed my taste buds off, so the only thing I can drink tonight is Stag. Big boy whiskey, but 131 proof.
Stego
on fire.
Stego.
Not to be
I get like a real like citrusy, like lemony.
I was surprised how viscous that stuff was.
It is. It's like a straight like lemony, lemongrassy. On top of the like, I'm to the point now that I'm not going to call out like, oh, it tastes like brown sugar. Oh,
caramel,
rice spice. The most remarkable thing on it is kind of the nuttiness, this like burst of like lemony citrus, and then I do get just a twinge of the Flintstone vitamin,
which is not an off note. Like, it's a good change of pace. Like, I know people shit on that note, but like, it's a it's a change of pace for a whiskey.
I don't know if it's because I was just drinking something as sweet as 6-year-old Heaven Hill, but it's almost like really tart.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That's pretty good. That's a lot of character and flavor in a $65 bottle.
And how many $65 bottles that are 15 years old are you going to be able to buy?
Jack shit. Last year's bottled in bond, that was 40.
Now that's a compliment right there.
That's high praise. Thank you, sir.
Cheers, brother. Doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, because comparable in price point, I've got Knob Creek 12-year.
Yeah, definitely. Scott Kenny's on the line. Hey, Scotty. Soldier Valley.
Find some Soldier Valley and tell me what it's like.
All right, Soldier Valley. Let's do a little Google machining, and Mr. Kenny, I think we can make that happen. Soldier Valley whiskey.
A cool looking little bottle.
Now Scotty Eric's got Horse Soldier. That was in that made out of like the 911 towers, aluminum.
Yeah, cast from the bottle, or the bottles are cast from the steel. It's like America in a glass.
Soldier Valley, 86 proof, Patriarch whiskey. Interesting. It's got a dog tag.
My astigmatisms are too damn bad to be sitting this far away. Sarpy County. Lee Greenwood Signature Bourbon, Omaha Beach Bourbon, True America 6 Bourbon.
Oh, they're on Sailbox.
Where are these guys located?
Got a vodka, got a private rye, a rum, Patriarch whiskey, and then a D-Day anniversary Omaha Beach Bourbon. We'll give her a go there, Scott Kinney.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. You know my biggest weakness when it comes to whiskey, and that is a good story. I'll buy just about anything with a story.
I tell you what, whiskey has a really good story, but it's awful. Is that that American bourbon or American whiskey? It's like the shape of a shotgun shell.
Oh yeah. Eric, I don't know if you knew this, but we are live on Facebook. Oh, where is Sarpy County? I guess I can. Y'all, I apologize if I'm squinting. I'm like 2 months out from a eye doctor visit. Ooh, copper still. That's pretty. Where are you? Nebraska. Right in the middle of it. Hey, at least you know they can get their hands on some corn.
Right.
I have to look for that. I bet some shops over here carry it as much ex-military as we have. That seems like a good market for those guys. Did I tell you about the Maker's Pick I grabbed yesterday? So back, it was actually on Valentine's Day or Valentine's Day weekend. Jigs released another Maker's private select called Box of Chocolates. I think I did. It was the 5 French Mocha, 2 French Cuvée, and 3 Maker's 46. So it was delicious. I messaged him today and I asked, I was like, was this like a second pick that y'all did? Because it definitely falls in the theme of the other one, which was kind of the Willy Wonka golden ticket. He said no. It was a profile that Makers did for Valentine's Day and sent out. So he just happened to score some because of the pick that they recently done. So I got one of those now. Lucky me.
Fancy.
I'm the real winner.
You're so fancy. God, Lord, that stuff burns. Ricky Mistake. He's Stag Junior
as a show pony.
Hell, I hit it hard last night with juice in them. I had 4 different whiskeys.
Some good, some not.
The Allardyce was tits. That's $160 bottle. Solid.
Which one was that?
The Glendronach 18.
That's okay. That's what I thought.
That was tasty. Famous Grouse is delicious as always and punches above $35.
Yeah.
That Fiddler was not as shitty as I thought it would be. and that C4 was awful.
Pop over again.
What is that? Oh, that's the Compass Box. Big peaty meat stick.
Peat Monster. That was my other
okay.
buy. If you guys are looking for it's a pricier peated or Isla for sure, or blend. This company is called Compass Box. They do exclusively blends, but it's blends of good single malts already. Eric and I had a chance to review in a flight Cole Ela. It's another Isla distillery that's most of their product ends up in like Johnny Walker and other blends like this. Most of this is like various expressions of Cole Ela, like almost like 70%. The cool thing about Compass Box is you go to their website, you know exactly what's in there. So there's no like mystery meat of whiskey. So just a little plug for them. Nice and peaty.
Hit that mark, son.
What's that?
So I hit the mark.
All right. Well, we got to punch out for this.
Yeah, thanks for everybody that tuned in.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We got one from Scott to check out. The Soldier Valley out of Nebraska. We'll definitely see if we can hunt those guys down and get something to review. But
if you find gentlemen, will do us a favor. Shoot us a big like, share, and subscribe, and give us a little shout out on your Facebook because we're pouring ourselves out. But we love some more viewers, and if you do that, we might get you a little sticker or something.
Yeah, we got some stickers. For those of you that play the sticker game, stickers are in the mail. So be on the lookout for those in the next week or so. But thanks everyone. We hope you have a great week. Again, apologies for no video last week. Shit got crazy. But we will have a video dropping tomorrow at lunchtime, and it's Eric and I reviewing 2 Nulu single barrel picks. Nulu's a craft distillery hitting the scene. So stay tuned for that. We hope you enjoy it. And until next time, guys, cheers. Yes, Scott.